Adventure on Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
From town to town, I got one hand on the wheel. Is this even real? Many miles to go, but no place to call my home.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm very excited about going across the pond for one of my favorite guests and artists. So let's welcome to the show, Loz Campbell. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, it's been years, hasn't it, I think, since we last spoke.
I think it's been a while, yeah.
Doesn't feel like time goes so fast, it doesn't feel like that, but yeah.
I know, right? And it just keeps going faster and faster. I can't even believe it's November already.
Certainly, yeah, this year's flown.
But thank God it's November, because you have new music coming out in November. So that's cool. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we do, yeah. So, new single is called Hittin The Free Road, and it's coming out on the 24th of November. So, a couple of weeks. Next week, is it? Yeah, next week.
Yeah.
It's creeping up on me.
I know. See, that's what I mean. It's like, I was thinking that too. Right before the interview, I'm thinking, oh, it's coming at the end of the month. I'm like, oh, we're almost at the end of the month.
Literally.
And I got to tell you, I love the concept of it as somebody that goes on the road myself. Like, I don't know that people out there understand what it's like to be on the road. You know, a lot of times people look at you and they're like, oh, you're living the dream life. And in some ways that's true. And in some ways it's more like the nightmare life. You have both, right?
Yeah. Like a circus almost is probably the best way to describe it.
And so and this song is, you did a little different with it, and than you normally do. And even that's why I'm wearing my backwards cap on, so I could be like, a country person instead of a metalhead.
You've gone into trucker mode, have you?
But it was funny, when I was watching the video, I instantly recognized where it was because, driving through that countryside, when I go over there to do like download or Bloodstock, I mean, it was so recognizable to me. And that was pretty cool. So
yeah, I mean, I'm lucky to now live literally on the doorstep of the Hope Valley now. So and I did get my download tickets last night, so hopefully I'll be seeing you there.
I will see you there. I will definitely
awesome.
be there.
Yeah.
We'll have to get together. You should be playing there.
I know, right? I should be paying for tickets.
I know, right? Exactly.
Hey, good things come to those who wait, as they say.
That's right. So tell us a little bit about what you were thinking in your head doing this song and kind of the evolution of you, because it is a little different than what you normally do, but in the same token, it is you.
Yeah, and I'm glad that it's still coming across that way. I never wanted it to be, a kind of situation where people go, oh, she doesn't know who she is. Which, to be honest, I did put this song to the side for quite a while because I thought myself, it's not really a Loz Campbell song. But I loved playing the riff so much that I thought, no, it is, because I've written it, so it must be a Loz Campbell song.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be. So we've taken it into the studio and run with the bluesy country feel, but also, like you said, try to put our stamp on it and make it us. So yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed doing something a little bit different, to be honest, and it mixes up the live sets because we've been playing it live for a couple of months now, and it seems to slot just nicely in the middle and breaks things up a bit.
Nice. And so how are people receiving it when you're playing it live? And you were just like at a festival just a couple days ago, right?
Yeah, we played Whitby, which is on the coast, one of my favourite seasides, actually. And yeah, it is well received. And it, like I say, it was a risk for me because I thought, I'm not sure if it's going to fit in the set, and I'm not sure if it's going to go down with, like, we played some of the heavy rock festivals this year, and I was thinking, oh, this is the real test now. You know, if it goes down well here, it's going to be all right. And, you know, so far so good, unless I've just shut my ears off to, like, negative comments.
Well, yeah, because you're always going to get negative comments. It doesn't matter what it is. But the bottom line is, as an artist, you can only be authentic to yourself, and whoever likes it, likes it. You know, you can't fake it.
That's it. And I mean, I've never written music to please anybody else but myself. And it was always a bonus when people were like, actually, yeah, I like that as well. So that's kind of how I started this whole journey, is by writing something and then realizing people were enjoying it. I thought, well, I'll do a bit more of this. And here we are, like 3 EPs, 1 album later. So
there you go. And so what's your favorite story or not so favorite story of being on the road?
Oh, God. To pick one, that is difficult.
I know, right? That's why it's a good question. Makes you think.
I'm gonna say it was when oh God, I don't know if I should tell this story, but we were staying at a hotel in London, and we just played with Richie Ramone at the Black Heart, which was an incredible show. It was really cool. And we went into the hotel, and it was obviously quite late, and we're in all his gear, and I'm in fishnet tights, and they're like, are you meant to be here? You know what I mean? Like, that unfair situation. And we were treated really badly, actually, by that hotel. And we just innocently walked in with his little rucksacks, like we just wanted to get to bed, sort of thing. And they ended up, like, splitting us all off into weird rooms. And I think one of the lads ended up staying in this little room that wasn't really a room. It was like a cubby hole, I would call it, with no toilet, just a sink, like a tiny corner.
Like a jail cell.
Yeah, so we were like, where are you going to, like, go to the toilet? So, I mean, I guess it's that whole sort of, this is what I mean by the ups and downs of the road in this song, when you're talking about hitting the free road, the freedom, and the amazing highs and experiences that you get. So you can play an amazing show like that, and then you go back to your hotel and you're treated like rubbish. And you're in a little hotel with a little tiny corner sink. But, I mean, we nicked the bath plug, so that was our little token of a souvenir from the night.
Nice. Yeah, you know, I saw an Airbnb once that was basically, they put a bed in a walk-in closet.
Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah.
Right. And, you know, people don't think of that because, you know, they don't know the struggles of being on the road as an artist, no matter what level you are in the industry, you know, and all they see is, wow, look at that. You're traveling the world. You're up on stage and blah, blah, blah. But like you said, it's that downtime, the time they don't know about, you know, that's the best time. And that's like what? You know, the playing part is what, an hour to 2 hours of the whole day. The rest of it is all the other stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But
so,
not many bad memories, I must say. It's been a ride.
Well, you know, fact is, anybody that does what you do, it's because you're just made for it. There's a certain kind of like feeling, like, I don't know. I brought my youngest daughter to festivals, and like one time she was like, after half of the first day, she's like, Dad, I don't know how you do this every weekend. I'm done already. And my answer is like, I don't even know how I don't. So it's like different personalities. Some people love being that road dog, and then there's other people that, probably not so much.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's not everyone is made for it, as you say. It's tough going.
Yeah. So, and it's all you've pretty much ever known as an artist,
Yeah.
for like a long time now.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I've nearly been doing it as long as I've been alive. Nearly, I think. Yeah, nearly.
Look at that. See? So it's probably something that I think if you didn't have it, you would be beside yourself.
No. Yeah, I would miss it. I mean, we have sort of pulled back on the gigs and stuff. That seems crazy to say after the year that we've had, but we have really tried to say no to certain stuff and keep it, exclusive to a certain extent. We might have a month off or 2 months, and when me and the lads get back together, it's like, God, I miss this so much. It feels like ages, and it's only like a month or two, so I don't know.
Right.
Be if we had like years off,
And sometimes you kind of feel like you do want to have the time off, and then after a couple of days, you're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, get bored easily.
Exactly. So is it stuff like that has happened recently that inspired you to write this song?
I think it's a collection of like everything over the years, and also getting to a point where I appreciate, I can sit back and sort of appreciate that escape from real life, and that's what the road brings. So I started with the chorus when I was writing it, Hittin the Free Road. It's all about freedom and the ups and downs of it. Sort of, I thought about that afterwards, because to be honest, I was writing it in quite a positive mindset, which is unusual for me, because most of my songs are very like angry or something's annoyed me. I'll write a song about it. And I was thinking, you know what? It's about time I wrote a positive song. So
nice.
I sat and had to think about it. I was like, actually, well, music's brought loads of positives to my life. Like the amount of people that I wouldn't have met, my friends and my partner and the band. I cannot imagine never doing this and not having those people in my life.
And it's funny that you mentioned stuff like friends, partner, and such, because I get into this conversation all the time with people. Just like 2 days ago, somebody was talking to me about this, and they're like, well, you're not gonna meet people if you're on the road all the time. I'm like, no, it's the opposite. Like, that's where all my friends are. That's where all of my people are. So when I'm there, like, but they can't conceive of that really. They think you're just like all alone in the world, and like, oh, you need to settle down to get friends or to get a significant other or something like that. And it's like, no. And then I'm like, even when it comes to like significant others, it's like, well, you're never going to meet anybody. No, I'm going to meet somebody that's doing the same thing. So Absolutely. We're on the same page, because it would be horrible to meet somebody that wouldn't want to do that. So then somebody needs to make a choice or a sacrifice, and that's not the right person, obviously.
No. And like you say, I mean, actually, I know a lot of my friends, like from my childhood, that have settled down and done the whole, normal life thing. And they're the ones that have less friends and don't go out and it's, work, come home, watch TV. That's never been what I've wanted to do ever. and I don't think it ever will be.
And see, there's the positive of being on the road, because you are having fun, you are doing things, you are socializing with people, unlike the people that are thinking that, oh, you should settle down like us so that you can do all those things.
Yeah, I mean, it's catch-22 in a way, isn't it? It's like you always want what you've not got, you know, but I think, you know, when me and you sort of reach the end of our days, we'll have all these memories to look back on. And I mean, I've travelled certainly every corner of this country, and I hope that I get to venture even further and sort of over your side of the pond. And that is something that music brings as well. It brings the travel element, which I love. I love visiting places. Absolutely love it.
And it's amazing too that like you can go to these different cultures, even people that don't speak the same language, and they still have the same energy and passion as somebody that does speak the language, or it is from the same culture. And sometimes even more. Like, you know, I hear stories of artists playing in certain places where it's like these people just go nuts for them, you know.
And you experience that, I think, a little bit when you play places like London and things, because you've got people that are coming over here to travel and they might not necessarily speak the best amount of English. And in fact, in Edinburgh, we experienced it. There was a lady that doesn't speak so much English, but she always brings us a lucky paper dragon. And
Nice.
And she gives us it at the start of the tour, because usually we start in Edinburgh and work down. And she gives us it. I actually lost mine and I was gutted, but the drummer managed to keep hold of this little paper dragon.
Cool. Very cool. So tell everybody how they can reach out to you guys on socials, on the web, check out the new video, check out tour dates, all that great stuff.
So best place for tour dates will be the website. So when we announce them, we've not got anything as of yet, because in the new year we're going into the studio to finish recording the album. So that's the first thing. But yeah, when tour dates do come out, they will be on the website, which is www.lozcampbellmusic.co.uk. Social medias, Loz Campbell, pretty much type that in, you'll get us.
Yeah. It's not hard to find you.
I don't think so.
Is there anything else you want to tell the listeners that we haven't covered already that they need to know that's coming up, or anything going on?
I guess just the album, really. I mean, we did a little crowdfunder for it in the summer, because we're sort of halfway through it and we self-funded it up until that point. We did sort of blow the budget because we want it to be the best that it can be, and we want to keep that sort of level up. So we said, hey guys, if you want the same thing as us, then let's work together. And people have been so generous, and it's enabled us to get back into the studio next year and finish this album. So I guess just keep your eyes peeled for that, and have a good Christmas, I should probably say, because that's probably creeping up on us as well.
I know, right? So it's going to be 2025. That's so weird.
Crazy.
I know, right? Well, you are amazing, and thanks for giving us some new music and a lot more to come. And thanks for being on the Adventures of Pipeman.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.